Jiggle, jiggle, boing, Shlick, licky, licky. Fujimoto, man. Fujimoto is a specimen. He is just such a specimen of an author that it's just like, I cannot begin to just understand the inner machinations of his mind. Like, that man is literally on a different plane of existence. Because to just come up with a chapter like this is just something that is... I think everybody, when they sat down and looked at this chapter without any context, was just like, what? Because I want to be honest with you. When I woke up, I opened my eyes up this morning. I opened up, the chapter, and I started reading it on, Shonen Jumper Viz, and I saw this. I was just like, what the hell am I reading? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I missed a chapter or something. I was just like, what is even going on? Like, this entire sequence is just hilarious because it's so random, and it's just a character doing karaoke singing, and it's just like, what are these lyrics? Like, literally, she literally says smooch smooch, lovey, gropey gropey. But, okay, so let's give the context, okay? So I can't play the whole thing for obvious reasons, because, basically I'd get copyrighted. But, this is actually a real song in Japan by, Maximum the Hormone, and you can literally see the title here, so you can type it in for yourself if you're interested in it, but it's a legitimate, real song. Now, the whole song isn't actually in this chapter, it's just, basically the first half. That's why Denji says, are you gonna play the second verse? Because obviously it was just the first half of the song. But, basically, someone did an edit today, and, congratulations to them. Like, I'm really happy they did this edit. Like, I love whoever did this. Like, you did a good job, because it really gets the point across of what probably was going on in Fujimoto's head when he wrote this chapter. So I want to play, the first brief seconds of this. I'm not going to play it long, but you can kind of get the gist of, what was going on with Fujimoto when he drew this. So, yeah, listen to this. So yeah, that's all you need to hear, because I don't want to get copyrighted. But basically, it's literally the lyrics. It is completely synced up with the lyrics, this whole chapter, and it's just like, wow. It goes to show probably, Fujimoto's taste. He clearly loves this song quite a bit, and from what I can dig up, apparently these individuals, Maximum the Hormone, apparently did a song for Chainsaw Man, I think ending 3, so it makes sense. Probably he's a big fan of this band, and, he really was listening to their music, and he probably discovered this song, and he's like, this is incredible. And so, to shout them out, he put the song in his chapter. So, that's kind of the context here. That might ruin the joke for a lot of people, but it is still interesting, because this kind of gives us an insight to just, how Fujimoto is just having a fun time. That's literally what's going on here. If we disregard everything, okay? I gotta point this out. If we disregard Denji's face, and just huh? If we just disregard all of this, okay? It's very clear that Fujimoto-sensei, the author of Chainsaw Man, really was just having a hell of a fun time. He probably, no joke, probably sitting here, he probably started, drawing this chapter. He's like, okay, I'm gonna have this moment with this girl, Denji and her's having this, tension between them and all that, where they need to kiss, and as it carries on, it just gets very weird to where he just starts, licking the dead monster part, or devil part, and it's just it's very, yeah, you can just see by the way the panel looks, and then as it carries on, they go to this karaoke room, which is, very common in, slice of life, romance type settings. We see this a lot in this type of stuff. And so she's like, oh, let's begin. Then she thinks he's about to have fun, and then she starts to sing this whole song. And it's just I feel like there was a point maybe where Fujimoto was drawing this chapter, and as he was drawing, he was just probably wanting to listen to some background music. And then he got to this song, and he's like, you know what, hell, I'm just gonna dedicate a chapter to it. I'm willing to bet you that was his thought process when he wrote this chapter. He got completely sidetracked. He's like, I want to put the song in. He just started doing it. Now, let's actually talk about what's going on here. Who is this girl, etc.? So, from what I can gather, this is not a character we are currently aware of. She is an unknown character at this time, but obviously, she is interested in Denji, and let's be honest, when it comes to any character that is interested in Denji, it typically doesn't turn out out good for Denji. That's the truth. I mean, even though we have been following, like, Asa and Yoru and all that, and there is obviously feelings going there, it still never turns out well for Denji when a female has interest in him. He's always getting manipulated, etc., and, like, he even mentions it himself, and I do like that this is all in his mind. It's pretty funny, but it shows that Denji has done some maturity, that he is aware of what's going on. Basically, like, he's matured, he's not gonna fall for honey traps anymore and all that. You know, he's very aware of what people like to do around him, and even though despite this, and it's all in his head, he's doing this stupid thing to where he just starts licking a dead devil, so it's just like, yeah, it's just, I like that tidbit. It kind of shows that Denji is aware of his surroundings. He knows that this girl doesn't have good intentions, probably. She's leading him into a trap, and so he does keep his guard up, but he still is like, hell with it, you know, I'll just do it. It's just like, he's just having fun, so to speak. And so as it carries on and all that, and he realizes it's probably still going to end up badly, you know, he listens to a song, and then it turns into a full-on, you know, brawl, where you have people with bats coming in, trying to beat him and all that, and it's just like a very, you know, Yakuza moment, like, you know, just having, like, the Yakuza just coming in and, you know, wanting to pick a fight with a character or something. That's exactly what this feels like. Denji just having a street brawl. And as more and more continue to line up to fight him, basically, and they're all getting down for the count, you know, she steps up and is like, you know, let's fight, basically. And so we don't really know who this person is. For all we know, this could be a devil, this could not be a devil, we don't know. Because we gotta remember, like, the theme of what's going on here within Chainsaw Man right now. Basically, Denji's being told to, you know, not be Chainsaw Man. He's just being a normal person. And maybe in this case, this is a normal moment for him. Like, you know, normal people get into street brawls over girls, etc. Maybe that is what's being kind of implied here. And that he's getting that normal routine of a regular character or whatever, just like someone that would get into a fight. Obviously, this isn't really normal, but it's still the point. It's more normal than just fighting devils, so to speak. So, she could just be a regular girl, and she was just set up by, you know, the Chainsaw Man fan club or whatever to kind of start all this, or, you know, it could be something else entirely to where she is a devil, and she could be maybe the Death Devil or something. I mean, we don't know. There's not obviously any information that is given within this chapter, but even then, despite all of that, I do think that legitimately, that this is just such a quality chapter. Memes aside, it's a good chapter. I mean, you take a picture of this and you send it to anyone that doesn't know what Chainsaw Man's about. This is literally, this will give them all the context. Like, seriously, just take a picture of this and just send it to someone that has no idea what Chainsaw Man's about. They'll be like, what? Oh man, I love Chainsaw Man. This is such a good series. I love this manga. I know it's not to the taste of everyone. I know the randomness can definitely get people turned off from it, you know, but still, I can't get over how incredibly funny this was. It was a great way to start my morning. But, yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave it at that. There's not really much more to talk about besides that. I will say, however, though, this song, banger. It's a banger song, actually. Not even gonna joke. I actually like this song a lot. I guess, thank you, Fujimoto-sensei, for kind of showcasing this song to me. I never would have known it existed until this chapter of Chainsaw Man. But, okay, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.